Back side of the first building that we were in. The old colliery buildings with the venting on top, they just have that old school architecture. You just don't see that anymore. Look at that. I'm going to zoom in on some, but slow pan. Actually, 4 of them up there. Zoom on to one. That's the office building that we were at before. That's the one that had the phone on the wall. You could probably just make it out.
Come up over by McDade Park.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Hey, you know, it looks like there's another building hooked onto that building, like Bill said, on the left side, too.
There was a couple of them buildings there, I think.
That might have been the shaft on that side.
I gotta zoom in on that.
They were here, they're looking for stuff. Mine rail. You know, the
Yeah.
small rail?
Yeah,
All we have is full rail.
I like that vent.
An old mason told me one time, he says, concrete returns to its original form after 100 years.
Wow.
That's why they're falling apart.
Yeah.
If you take a look on the other side, all them caps are gone off them. They're up in the field up there. We have them piled. We saved them. We didn't junk them,
Oh, that's good.
but they were dangerous.
Right. That's the hoisting shaft and the fan house directly behind me. I'll take a walk. And this is the other building. Now let's look at the bigger building. I could spend all day with these old buildings. Hey, looking at what was the Dynamite shanty. Me and Gary can see if there's a to peer in and take a look.
Front door over here.
There we go, front door. Also with the old fencing around the junkyard, which would actually have been the colliery. Hey, YouTube, looks like we're bushwhacked, but we're getting in. All right, Gary found an old key cover. You do a slow pan up. Now we're going in. See on the very top, you have a vent door.
Fan or the hoist?
They're definitely journals, yeah. Take a slow look up.
The old wrenches, Mike.
Is it marked the L&W on it? Gary just found an old wrench. He'd probably let you have that, man. Let's ask him if you could buy it off him. I'm sure I'll give it to you. That'd be a nice souvenir in your honor.
They're definitely from the colliery.
Oh, definitely. That's old. That's a true monkey wrench right there. All right, we're inside of the powder bunker.
You can see there was an old sign right there that hung up.
Oh my God.
It's down below us there.
Big hole in the floor.
Look at, there was definitely a sign right there.
Yeah, definitely a sign right there. This is just something, you don't see stuff like this anymore at all.
No. Get my phone out for the light.
Like a journal, 2 wrenches. It's hard to see, but you can see the numbers still written on the wall. Slow pan looking out the door. You just see how ancient that hardware is on that door. I mean, that was fortified. I don't know if you can see the ceiling because it's so dark in there. We'll take a look. Yeah, there it is. We gotta look at that slab. I wonder if there's a builder's mark on it. Really large slab of cement. We're just starting to wonder if that's the top of the old slope. Top of the powder house. Going over the junkyard.
There was another building on top of that.
That is a cool shot.
Powder house. Powerhouse.
Look at that old venting.
Right by that pole was the old slope, #1 slope.
I just love the venting on them old buildings. That's the storage shed for the dynamite that me and Gary were just in. Do a slow pan to the right. Here's the bigger building, the first one we get on. We think it was like an electric shop. Probably electric slash a car shop, I guess, huh? #1 slope would have been to the right, where that telephone pole was at. And then let's see if we could see it from here. You can't see the fan holes from here. More foundations we're finding. I mean, there's so much around here. The #1, there was probably a shifting shanty. Office buildings, there had to be a mule barn here somewhere.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I never get tired of walking through junkyards.
Oh,
Check it out. Best of both worlds. An old colliery with mining buildings, and it's a scrapyard slash junkyard.
All you need now is some crows in the distance.
Yeah, we're in heaven, right? Oh, look at the old gate entrance on the right. Look at that. A lot of this fencing's probably original to the colliery.
Oh, definitely out front there.
Look at this. So we could take a walk back there. The breaker was back there. That's where the breaker stood.
Yeah, he said there's nothing left.
Get a nice aerial shot. There's Scranton in the background. Fan house, first building on the right. This section on the left, that was the hoist house. And that's where the other colliery building is. Now we're aiming towards Center City, Scranton. A little zoom on the roof. Yep, it's a survivor from the mining times. Not too many buildings like that left. It's cool. Got an old bass boat with a front end loader coming up. Kind of stuff I love. Can't get enough of them old buildings. You just don't see them anymore.
Fucking original signs are up here.
They're there now?
Above the doors, but they're just too far gone.
See the sun sitting there, right? The actual fan house. At the back of the fan house. There had to be a building right where the school buses are on the right that had the power to run the fan, because the fan was on this side. You could see where the axle would have went through the building, a big round hole, and you could see the indentation where the fan would have been. It's concave. Like Gary just pointed out, would have been an old sign right there. Looking up to the date. Right next to the fan house, very large concrete foundation. Look at the size of that foundation. Now it's all brake drums and rotors. Do a slow zoom on the vents on top of the roof of the fan house. There's the older building that we first walked into. Slow walk by the old colliery building. Gary and Bill walking out. Beautiful shot. Here's one of the ventings. Walking on the scale. Oh, Bill's got some old pictures.
I just took that other one that was in the office with me and I brought it to take it back to where I put it. And I didn't want to. That's impressive.